think you should do the welcome for once.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's Life Loudly.
We will do.
We are your hosts.
We will do a pre-recorded intro
Sometime.
some point. That's just not the best time of year to do new things. So we're just here. We're just living. But
When's the best time of year?
Not
when school's starting and not when harvest is about to start.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll get there. I'm not worried about it.
She ain't worried about it.
So you want to start with your highs and lows of the week, or you want me to, or
You better go ahead. I gotta think.
Okay, well, my joy is that today when I walked out of my classroom when I was done with work, I had a little bit of sigh of relief of it looks like a classroom and things are coming together. Checklists are getting checked. And I think I know what I'm doing. It's just nice to have that feeling. Next week I can go in and just do the hardcore nitty-gritty stuff and it'll be time to start school. My hard is that these last 2 weeks, every avenue of my life is a complete hot mess. Have you seen what our house looks like? I mean, today I
thought it looked a little better when I got home.
Yeah. So today
But I guess I wasn't downstairs.
I hashed some stuff out, but like the last week, it looks like our house exploded. It looked like my classroom exploded.
It really wasn't that bad.
It looked like our apartment exploded. Just like every place that I went, it was just a mess. And so today I did work kind of hard on being like, let's clean some stuff up. And last night I worked a lot on office work. So, but I just hate that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just...
You don't like unorganized. Or messy.
It causes so much anxiety to the point where I'm like, I'm going to be
You
ill.
can't just overlook it and not think about it.
No.
In order for you to move on to the next thing, the house needs to be cleaned.
Yeah. It's not even that it's dirty. It's just...
Stuff.
Oh, coming back from camping, we didn't get all of the stuff put away. I'm trying to move stuff into the classroom, trying to move stuff into the apartment, trying to get X, Y, Z together, and I don't know. Anyway, but it's looking up. It's looking up, and that's my joy.
It's great. My high or joy, can't really think of any, honestly. Got some hay made this week. Beat the first rain of the week. But you leave tomorrow. That's probably my hard.
I am going to Nashville.
I don't like it when she leaves. I like it when I leave.
Rule the show, and it's going to be just fine.
It is going to be fine.
I have a calendar for a reason. You'll get everybody where they need to be.
You'll come home to a destroyed yard from a storm.
We are talking about back to school today. We're in the season of where things speed up in all directions for all kinds of things. And so why don't you start us off with what does August look like for you? What's coming up here in August?
Harvest.
Do you think it's going to be slow? Like, do you think the rain
if it's going to rain every week?
Yeah, so you're going to be doing that thing.
That thing?
Yep.
Right now, just trying to get everything sprayed so we can harvest it is that's even hard.
Yeah. So how far are we looking until harvest is like...
We could combine rye right now if it would stop raining.
Yeah, so that's probably going to be the holdup. If it's going to be like this all fall.
It better not be.
Yeah. And so we kind of have a big transition happening. I don't know if we talked about it. Maybe we talked about it. I think we did because I think we were making a joke about the rumors. We are officially moved into an apartment in town. And so
not so much me.
No. I shouldn't even say officially moved in. We have stuff in an apartment in town.
I feel like every time you go there or I go there, more stuff will go there.
Oh, yeah. I brought like 5 boxes today. And I brought those boxes back to fill them up again. I got to get...
We're not moving out of our house for all of you listening.
No, I've had like 4 people ask that. They're like, oh, are you moving? What are you doing? No.
It's just
I don't know if we talked about it, but
it's just our own space to have in Harvey during school, during sports, during all of that in nasty winter weather, and kids get to go to bed at a decent time and actually sleep in a little for school. So we're hoping for an easier school year in that realm.
less stress and less. What's the word I'm trying to think of?
I would say crabbiness.
Yeah. What's
Not
it
so much from you,
called?
from our teenager.
What am I like when all of the puzzle pieces, you're constantly just shifting and shuffling all of the puzzle pieces together to try to like get everybody where they need to be all the time. Get everybody.
It's gonna make scheduling a lot easier.
What am I trying to think of?
Organizing.
I don't know. I just want to keep wanting to say shuffling, but that's not the word I'm thinking of. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But a lot less shuffling, a lot less moving pieces, moving parts, having a constant and consistent for when we need it.
But it's ours and it'll feel like our mini home.
Last year,
That's not a camper.
we stayed at a family friend of ours, and the elderly woman had passed away, but her house was nobody was living in it. The family was keeping it around just because they have family that comes and visits. They used it as, kind of like a guest house or whatever. And that was honestly like that's probably going to be like a core memory for our kids is staying in that. Like it was just like her style. It felt just like you were going to grandma's house. Like there was no TV. It was just like, yeah.
It was great. It was a good test run.
Yeah, that was
but
like
it wasn't. It didn't give us a homey or the kids a homey feel.
No. And honestly, there was a lot of other things that I thought about jumping into. Like we honestly thought about looking at actually purchasing a home.
We
looked at other apartments, and I honestly was so eager just to like fix the problem that we almost did a couple different things. But I'm so glad. There was just something in me that was like, you know what? Be patient. Just wait.
No, it was me.
Well, yeah, and it was kind of you too.
Because you were ready to buy.
I was ready to do whatever, and then finally I was like, you know what? Just be content with this little old lady's house. Even though it wasn't like super ideal, we had a garage, we had a kitchen, everybody had a bed.
That's probably what we'll miss the most, the garage.
Yeah, and it was just like, I don't know, fun. It was just kind of like funny and silly to. I have a picture on my phone of like we're in this darkish living room. Like you could imagine, it's what would you say, like 70s style?
Yeah, 80s. And there was no TV.
It's one of those houses.
There's no Wi-Fi. I mean, there was nothing.
And I have a picture of like the living room was kind of dark, and it was later at night, and we had one little lamp on, and the kids were just in the living room around this lady's coffee table playing some kind of card game. And I took the picture from the kitchen or whatever, and I was just like, this is going to be one of those things that the kids remember of like just being at grandma's house, living at, hey, you remember that one time we lived in that lady's house for a while? And I don't know. Anyway, so it gave us enough patience and enough just space to kind of look at other options, and then an option.
Well, it gave us the idea of, yes, we probably do want to look at
a more permanent
option. In town, at least for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, so when people see my car around, when people see me around, no, my husband and I are not splitting up. No, there's not marriage problems. I mean, maybe there's problems, but that's not a problem.
Thanks.
I'm keeping him. He's keeping me. Nobody has to worry. It's just for our sanity and our convenience.
And it was my idea, everybody.
And it was Dalton's idea.
Not hers trying to get me off the farm.
No, it was Dalton's idea. And we found out last year that it worked, and it worked well. And so
I think I only stayed there 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't much.
No. I think it'll be more now, though, that it's ours.
It's the problem is I really enjoy being alone.
No, really, I can totally tell.
So like when I get here and I like
coming home.
Usually I get here and then it's like, oh yeah, I got to grab this, grab that, grab this, and then go to Harvey. And I get home and it's like, well, this is pretty nice.
Yeah, no responsibility, no kids to take care of.
I
no
got
supper to
animals.
clean
I
up.
got a kitty right there.
Yeah. Well,
I have
that's
a
okay.
PS5 downstairs that needs its daily time.
Uh-huh. Right.
Yep, that's right.
So anyway, that's something new that we are diving into, and we're hoping that it's like a semi-permanent thing. Like, we don't know, is this going to be a year thing? Like, once our kids have their driver's license, will it be different? I don't know. I
kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I think it might be one of those things that we stick with while we have kids
In school.
in school, living under our roof, just because we need a space. I don't know.
And maybe in a number of years that will turn into buying something and
Yeah.
not renting. We don't know. Who knows?
So also with back to school, do you have any back to school traditions that you did as a kid? Like, what was going back to school like for wee little Dalton?
I combined until it was time to go to school.
As a little kid?
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember the first day of school? If you like, did you guys do anything special? Did you do anything different?
No, I don't remember.
Your mom didn't whip out some first day of school breakfast?
Not that I remember. Nothing that sticks out.
Do you remember school shopping?
Yeah.
How
I
do you-
loved getting shoes and backpacks.
Shoes and backpacks. That was your thing, not the
That was
rest of
my
it?
thing. Hated clothes.
So I have this idea for school shopping that I would really love our community to dive into. I'm going to try, and I would really like parents to give me feedback and if you were like this. So, like, school shopping back in the day, we actually got to like pick things out and do things. Like, we had Lisa Frank folders and we had sports things, and anybody that showed up with the cool notebooks where the covers, like, if you waved them in the light a little, they would turn into different.
Or they had that, like that texture.
That scratchy where you
Yeah.
yeah, I could just like hear it right now. But like, school these days isn't really like that, which I'm an elementary teacher by heart, so I know why it is that we want you to have a black folder, we want you to have a green folder, we want you to have a yellow notebook. Like, I get that because it makes our job way easier when we're trying to navigate a classroom of 20 some kids and they're all looking for their math folder, and hey, your math folder is black because everybody's math folder is black, whatever. But in bigger cities, they have this thing where you just have to go online to the school website or whatever, and you just have to click a button, pay a fee, and all of your kids' school supplies goes to the school, to that teacher, and it is waiting there for you on the first day of school.
Interesting.
I don't know what it's called, but
So
I
it all
know,
gets shipped to the teacher?
like, to the school. Like the school will bulk order the supply list.
Ah.
And I just think that that would simplify everything. I know that, like, your sister was talking about it. She's like, yeah, we just paid a fee, filled out a little form, said the grade level, and that was it. And I really think that we need to dive into that.
Oh, they did it in Bismarck?
Because then we just need to worry about, then parents just need to worry about, all they need to worry about is what? A backpack and a
Shoes?
water bottle and shoes. We can put more focus on the shoes. So anyway, that's my like dream and goal. I'd like to hear other parents' thoughts on that. Like, do you love school shopping, the supply part? Or are you more like, yeah, if I
Maybe
could
families like to make a little trip out of it and like have a memory day, or like, it's a tradition.
Okay, I bought all of our school supplies online for our kids, and I still spent an entire day shopping for clothes, shoes, sports related things. All the sports parents are like, yeah, we could spend an hour just looking at the sports gear that my kids need for the fall, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I don't really remember any back to school traditions when I was younger, but sometime as I got older, on the first day of school, I would show up to my best friend's house. And at her house, they always had the video camera out. They always weighed and measured everybody, even the adults. Got it on camera. So we started doing some of that with our kids on the first day of school. We have like a a board that they fill out, with their information. Everybody's seen those kinds of
And you
things.
take your pictures.
And we take pictures, and it's kind of fun to do back to school pictures because I'm always going usually back to school also.
Because she likes pictures.
There's no fun breakfast or anything like that. But then
Maybe that's what I should start.
every year since I've moved back from college, my dad comes to visit me on the first day of school.
Yep, he always has.
He always has. He always makes his way to my classroom, or as I'm dropping off kids, he'll come and my dad and I get a picture together. So that's always really fun for back to school. What was your favorite elementary school year?
I don't know. I don't really remember them.
What?
Definitely not first through fourth. Definitely was probably fifth and sixth.
Okay.
Because I did not like the teachers before those.
Oh.
I liked my kindergarten teacher.
You remember kindergarten?
No, but I just still know the lady. At the end of sixth grade, because you transition from sixth to seventh grade, and in Goodrich, seventh grade was part of the high school. So, So at the end of sixth grade, the fifth and sixth grade room was the same room.
Oh yes, can we just talk about that for a hot second? That Dalton went to an elementary school where multiple grades are being taught. It was the same way in high school. Room.
It was the same way in high school.
I know, but I'm just saying you had the same teacher for probably like sometimes 3 years in a row.
I had kindergarten teacher. First and second grade were the same teacher. Third and fourth were the same teacher. And fifth and sixth were the same teacher.
And how many kids were in your class?
I think there was 5 of us total. And then I think one went to McCluskey at some point. Then it was 4 of us.
In those 2 grades or just in your grade?
In just my grade.
Okay, so how many kids were in your classroom?
Well, the 6th grade had 1 person in it.
Okay.
Corey.
I always thought he was your age. No?
No.
He's older than you? Okay.
So, not many. Not many.
That is not something that a lot of people can say, that they went to a school.
But the class below us had
schoolhouse type of feel.
The class below me had probably 6 or 7 people. So I mean that was a big class.
That was a big class.
So like when I was a 6th grade, they came up into the shared the classroom with them. So anyway, I didn't get to my point. So at the end of the 6th grade year, you got to paint. The whole room wall is, maybe it was just the top. I don't remember. It was like those big, bricks. Like the bricks, we painted in the church, like a big brick.
Yeah.
And we would get to choose our color. If they was painted white, the wall, we get to choose a color for our handprint. Put our handprint up there and write our name.
Wow, what a rite of passage. Is that still there?
Probably not. I mean, maybe, but I doubt it.
We have a couple teachers now that do that. It's called looping, where they move with their kids. So like a teacher would have you multiple times in a row. Like right now we have a couple of teachers that are going to loop. Like they had them in 2nd grade and they're also going to just move with them up to 3rd grade. And I just think that would be so interesting. Like, you know exactly what you're getting into. The parents know exactly like the teaching style, communication style. Like, I feel like it would like, you'd know all the behaviors, you know the troublemakers, you know where they are academically. Goodrich has something going on. Maybe more people should do that.
So then the high school, not a ton of teachers. So Corey was always with us. So like every class I had was with Corey, but he was the next class up. So say the science teacher, we only had one science teacher. So like say, I'll just give this as an example. I don't know if it was this way or not, but my 7th grade year. So Corey was also with, but he was an 8th grader in science class. So I think my 7th grade year, we actually learned 8th grade science with Corey.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year, as the previous year from that, he would have learned the other. So then when we went to 8th grade, we learned 7th grade science with the 7th graders.
Mm-hmm.
It was like always on a rotation.
Yeah,
it was that way for math too. I think technically I did like a step ahead of math class, seventh grade, and then like actually went back.
I feel like math, that would be, I mean, science, yeah, you got
Maybe I'm wrong.
science,
Maybe
you
it
got,
wasn't that way for math, but I'm pretty sure it was. I know it was for social
you could
studies.
go out of order for probably geometry, but like all the algebras, there's no way that you could do all those out of order.
Maybe we didn't.
History, yeah, I think you
I
could
think
do
we
that.
did history. We did
English,
health.
English probably doesn't really
I
change
bet
except
we
just
did
like
it
the
in
content.
English too.
Wow.
I don't remember, but it was. I know it was kind of like that.
Cool.
And then you go to Harvey and get to a class of 35 people, and it's like, holy smokes. But that was probably my most scared I've ever been for a new school year. Harvey's moving to Harvey.
Were you scared of your first day of school? Do you remember
I
your
was,
first
yeah,
day
I
of
was nervous. I
school?
didn't know how to be organized. It was like learning everything new and losing stuff. And where's this place? And
Do you remember? Do you remember?
I remember
your
having
first day of school?
anxiety. Do I remember it? No. I remember losing a health paper like on the third day in Miss Ortman's class and being unorganized.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything about you the first day of school, sophomore year. Don't remember a darn thing about you. Sorry.
Yeah, well, you're too busy thinking about school.
I was.
Even when we dated, you didn't think about me. You thought about school.
I probably could have helped you a little bit in your organization. And then with back to school is sports. So you were never a fall sports person.
No.
What did you do with all of your time other than combining?
Harvest and hunting. Waterfall hunting is split into residents and non-residents.
Are we going to get like a whole hunting lesson here?
Maybe.
I
You might.
just asked one simple question.
Here we go. We're off the rails. So I'm a resident because I'm from North Dakota. Non-residents, the out-of-staters that come in. Usually, every year, there's only 1 week. The first weekend of waterfall season is just for residents. And then the next weekend after that is when the non-residents can come. They switch that now to non-residents get 2 full weeks before non-residents can come.
Residents get 2 full weeks?
That's yes. Residents will get 2 full weeks before non-residents will come. That's awesome.
Oh, I was going to say, is this something you're happy about, sad about?
It's not great about your new business.
No.
It's not great for your new business, but it's great for me wanting to hunt.
Yeah, another thing that we've got going on this fall with back to school is I shouldn't even say we. Your family has an Airbnb, and we are
it's kind of, I mean, you're more involved in it than I am.
Well, I'm calling myself the property manager. I don't know. I'm the techie person that's handling the bookings and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna have people coming in the fall.
Didn't you say October's pretty much fully booked?
It's almost fully booked. One back to school thing that I did kind of want to mention, because I don't even know if you know, because you don't read the paper or the news or whatever. It is now a law. Did you know it's now a law in North Dakota that kids will not have their cell phones during the school day?
So, as you know, I like to go on my cell phone.
Yeah.
And there are new stuff that comes through on some social media.
So you do know this?
Yes, I do know this.
What are your thoughts?
Great. How does that apply to faculty? Like, does that rule apply to faculty? To teachers?
No, but in our specific school, we basically said if it's an expectation of our kids, then we need to be mindful that that's the expectation for our kids.
So if I text you, I shouldn't expect a response. Not that I ever do anyway.
In my classroom today, it was yesterday when I was waiting, or whatever day it was when I was waiting for our phone call. I think we already discussed that. Yeah, we already discussed that our kid broke her arm. Anyway, I was waiting for a phone call.
Fingers, not arm.
Fingers. When I get a phone call in my room, I have to grab my phone, sprint down the hallway all the way to the back door, and then stick my head outside in order for the phone call to actually.
Don't you have Wi-Fi call on?
I don't know.
You can turn
I just know that
calling on.
I can't really send text messages or get phone calls I'm in the center room.
You should if you're connected to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. If I send a text message, it'll just sit there and spin and spin and spin until I leave my room.
Okay.
So for me, it's not really a problem. I don't utilize my phone during the day. I don't really ever see staff members. I mean, we're busy. We got things to do. I don't know.
Hmm.
So is that your only thoughts on it?
That's the state of North Dakota now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think it's great.
So I also think it is absolutely fantastic for those parents that are like interested in this topic. I love.
I don't
I
get
don't
why
know.
there'd be any. Maybe I mean, I'm not saying that I don't agree with you, but I'm just saying I find it hard to think that there's any parents out there like hating that rule.
You have no idea the amount of parents that message their kids throughout the day.
I
A
suppose.
lot. A lot. And I'm just like,
So phones, will they collect phones
it's a
or
like
just it needs to stay in their backpack or pocket or what
if
is
it is
what is the actual rule?
if we see it
Or hear it?
or hear it, it's an automatic write up.
What does write up mean?
Well, I don't have the policy. It's different for every school. Every school has to have a policy. I think. I don't have my policy right in front of
So
me.
if you just visually see it.
Like if I see it in somebody's pocket. Mm-hmm.
So if it's in a backpack pocket, it's probably fine.
If it's in a
But it
backpack
needs to be
pocket
off.
turned off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we will have a space where they can put them if they choose to like not like, hey, just want it out of sight, out of mind. They literally in most backpacks they make a cell phone pocket, like a pocket that's small enough that like that's where you're. But
I remember when we were in high school, like some of the girls in our class, they'd put their phones in their pencil case with the clear screen and think they were so clever and
But
sneaky.
I just really want to know, who are you talking to? Or like, I mean, now maybe it makes more sense because we have social media and TikTok. They could be looking at videos or like entertaining themselves watching
we had
videos
Facebook and Snapchat back then.
on our cell phones. I did not.
Well, I did.
Do you know how old I was when I had Snapchat on my cell phone?
Well, how old were you when you got a cell phone? Because it was after we started dating.
I was a junior in high school.
I know.
Okay, on those BlackBerry flippy things, there was no social media on those. There wasn't social media until there was like actually like the touch screeny things.
I had the touch screeny things in high school.
You had the flip open with the keyboard. No.
Yes,
maybe at the way end of high school.
Well, yeah, probably.
I was a junior in college when
you
I got
an
Snapchat.
old phone. Well, I was in high school when I got Snapchat.
I don't believe you.
I remember when Corey in college, first year of college, he would you can jailbreak an iPhone and it'll act different, la di da di da. Well, he did whatever's version it was to the Android for me, and it made it so none of my Snapchats ever deleted. I could open any Snapchat whenever I wanted.
That's weird.
And not that I should have done that. I don't recommend that. My phone is not that now. I just remember that I had Snapchat then. So if I had Snapchat then, I had Snapchat in high school.
Well, to the people that
not that it
are
matters.
Like, I don't see the big deal. I don't see why this needed to be a law. I don't get it. As a staff last year, we read the book called The Anxious Generation. I would highly recommend it. So we are at a very interesting age because we literally grew up in the age of like cell phones weren't a thing to cell phones are a thing. Like they're calling like the 2010 era as like the people that like that was the shift. We in high school were the shift to people like nobody had a cell phone, then all of a sudden everybody had a cell phone, and then it just like went up from there. But the statistics of what it is doing to our kids,
not great,
and even us as adults is insanely scary. So I like put it into perspective as like smoking. So I don't ever remember a day when everybody smoked, but it used to exist where mostly you knew everybody that smoked. People smoked in their houses. People smoked at work. People smoked all the time. And at one point, somebody in the world somewhere was like, hey guys, this is actually really dangerous and really bad for us. Like, maybe we should make a rule where you can't smoke in public places, and you can't smoke in schools, and you can't smoke at the grocery store, and you can't smoke in restaurants, and you can't smoke in wherever.
You think that's starting to happen to cell phones?
I absolutely think that the adults are finally waking up and looking at the data now that it's been 15 years and being like, the amount of negative things that have gone up drastically, like hundreds of percents, is insane. So, and I'm assuming when they first made smoking like, oh, you used to be able to smoke in a restaurant, now you can't smoke in a bar or a restaurant. I'm assuming right when they made that shift, there was probably a lot of people that were mad about it.
Oh, I would imagine.
And now it's just part of normal life.
Yawned.
So 5 years from now, I'm really hoping that people recognize like kids having limits on cell phones needs to be part of life. Kids having cell phones not a part of their school day needs to be part of life. I'm just hoping that the trend keeps growing like that and there's just more safeguards and more parents reading and learning and all of that and checking up on it. And I think we gave, what's that called? When you give too much right away and you don't realize the repercussions of it. You give too much of the reins, you give too much of the control, you give too much of the power. I think we as a society, as adults, 8 years ago, gave too much.
Longer than that.
Last 10 years, we gave too much free power.
I'm living proof. You call me Samsung for a reason.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's a real thing. So that might be interesting in back to school. That'll be a little different. There'll be a little I wouldn't say that they were a huge problem at school, but like just walking down the hallway, it's kids looking down, kids scrolling on their cell phones. Probably then I'm just wondering during class time if I'm sitting there looking at something on my phone and then I have to put it away quick because class is starting. Like how much of my mental power and my brain is being used to think about that thing that I just had to put away real fast. Like if I was in the middle of a video or if I was in the middle of a text or I was in the middle of an email, like having to put it away, how much of my focus is going to be on what's actually going on in class? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
And I just wonder if we're going to see a bigger improvement of certain things that we don't even know. But I'm curious about other people's opinions on it. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that absolutely hate this new cell phone rule and
I know the kids do.
totally disagree with me. Yeah. And that's the problem. It's like it's only going to be hard for like 3 years. After that, the kids coming won't know any different. That'll just be the rule. It's the law. I think it just is a really great way to teach kids also about laws in society. Like you might not like the speed limit law, but it's a law, and if you're gonna choose to break the law, then you probably maybe have to suffer consequences if you get caught for that, or you know, underage drinking, or think of any law under the sun. I don't know. Well, we hope everybody has a fabulous back to school day.
Short episode.
But we hope you start, if you don't already, start some back to school, first day of school traditions. And let us know what they are.
And if you have some neat ones, yeah, let us know.
Because I'm always willing to start something new.
She loves stealing ideas.
I love stealing ideas. Why reinvent the wheel? If someone's got a good idea, let me have it. Let me have it. But we want everyone to stay safe. We want everyone to enjoy the last weeks, days, however long of summer. And don't forget to live loud while you're doing it.